In this episode, I'm breaking down the 5 ways to ask listing agents to host their open houses. If you're a brand new agent, you want to listen to this because you may be afraid to ask your broker or the top producers in your office. So I break it down for you guys in this episode. I have a little bit of a head cold when you're listening to this episode, but I could not wait to record it. One, because the eclipse happened that day, and I just had to get that out. So you will hear my dogs barking in the background. You'll hear a little bit of a head cold I have going on, but stay tuned, listen, and you won't want to miss it. Right after I recorded that, I got a call from one of my colleagues who did one of these very things I'm telling you to do, and they booked a $4 million open house. So can't wait. Listen in.
Are you tired of the same old school real estate lead generation tactics? Then you've come to the right show. Welcome to Open House, Open Mind, the podcast. I'm your host, Michelle, and this is not your average real estate podcast. I'm here to challenge the industry's standards. You won't find pushy, salesy bro tactics here. There's a better way to do business without that icky feeling, so that buyers and sellers are coming to you instead of you chasing them. So if you're ready to challenge those traditional standards with me, to fill your database, to learn mindset hacks that challenge your own limiting beliefs, and to take actionable steps to improve your open house experience, then stick around. Let's get you some consistent income in the business you worked so hard to get licensed in. And let's have some fun while we're at it.
I'm excited to record today's episode because today was the eclipse, and you know that the eclipse symbolizes a perspective shift, and you know that my entire podcast is all about perspective shifts in the real estate industry. So I'm so excited to be recording this. Today we're going to talk about 5 ways to ask listing agents to host their open houses. So I go over this in depth in my program, and I actually have a module video where I screen record me going on to the MLS and showing you how to find a listing in the MLS. And so you guys might want to check that out. But again, we go deep into the program. So a lot of these ways you will find in module 1, but let's just dig in today. So you guys are gonna, number 1, you're gonna ask agents who have active listings in your office. Now, start here if you work at, a brokerage that has a physical office, and this way you'll know the agents who have the active listings. And a lot of this may sound, like common sense, but I get a lot of questions from new agents that just honestly have nowhere to start. So I'm going to say, if you're listening, it's because you're a new agent, and it's okay, you guys, to ask the questions that you're afraid to ask. I want you guys to ask those questions. So if there's anything that you ever want to know from me, just shoot me a DM. You don't have to ask them in public or, at your sales meetings. You guys can shoot me these DMs and I will go over and cover anything you guys want to know on the podcast. So number 1, ask, right? Then if nobody has any listings for you to hold open, or everybody says no, don't hesitate to keep asking, for the next one. But what you're going to do for number 2 is you're going to search the MLS for active listings. And I like to start with listings that have been on the market the longest, and then I go to vacant homes. Those work best, but you never know. I would ask anyways. If you get, to the end and you've done all these steps and still nothing, then go back and you can ask agents that where the listing's not vacant. You never know. Then newly listed homes. A lot of agents don't like to ask agents who have listings that have just listed, like just hit the market. I don't know why that is, but I've heard a lot of people don't want to ask, that they go straight for the listings that have been on the market the longest. But I say go ahead and ask. If you're not having luck with the listings that have been on longer, then go ahead and ask. And because some agents, they don't live near their listings. They live far away, and maybe they're not even going to do open house at all because they don't live close by. That happens. You never know the circumstance. As a listing agent myself, I hold mine open the first 2 weeks, and then if the property's still active by the third week, I will allow other agents to host. But I think that by that time, agents have already moved on. You know, they don't call back, and they're not consistent. So we have number 3, attend open houses. So say you've gone through all, 1 and 2, still haven't had anything, and you didn't book an open house for the week. Go attend open houses, and remember, you're going there and you're introducing yourself as an agent. You're not there. I had somebody ask me one time, like, won't those agents feel like you're trying to pick up their leads? No, not at all. You're not going in with that energy at all. You're going to visit the open house. You're going to introduce yourself to the agent because, and this is for 2 reasons, right? You're going to let the agent know that you preview homes weekly, because if you've listened to the podcast or in the next few episodes, you're going to hear that I encourage and I teach you to preview homes, especially when you're new. You preview homes once a week. You take video, you post it on your socials, and you start to show and tell people that you're in real estate and that you can help them and that you're out there in the field and you're working. And then you're going to let them know that you're available to host if they need it. So you'll share your business card. Now remember, all of these ways, there's different situations. So if you go in and it's completely packed, it's crowded, and the agent's busy, then this isn't going to work, right? So take each situation, with a grain of salt, and you'll figure out and you'll know the way. Number 4 is to text. So this is more of a strategy, but I included it as number 4. What you're going to do is you're going to text, email, call, then repeat. Remember, text, email, call, then repeat. A lot of agents will, some of them don't even text me. They'll email me, and that's it. I hear nothing else. By the time I get to their email, it's already, too late. So text them, email them, and then call them. And then move on to the next one. Don't do that for a particular listing and then wait. And then wait, and then let a day go by. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, well, I didn't get one. No, go down the line. So do that to the first one, then pick another one, do that to the next one. And you're going to keep doing that until you have an agent tell you yes. Then you just disregard the other ones. If somebody calls you back or texts you back, you let them know, I already found one, thank you, but if it's okay, could I host one next weekend or during the week, right? Stay in touch with those agents that ended up telling you yes. Even create like a little database or something in your notes app. I love using my notes app. So then, okay, that's number 4. Until you get a yes, that's what I have for my notes. And then number 5. Number 5 is if you do not work at a brokerage that has a physical location, or you work at a cloud-based brokerage, then make sure you're active in their digital workspace, such as Workplace or Google Communities. And if you're not familiar with that, go and ask somebody and find out. All the cloud-based brokerages have these cloud-based workspaces, and in there they also have individual groups. So I would get into particular groups that have like open house listings, and even get into your local Facebook groups, Facebook chats, and get in there and then post that you're available to hold open houses in that particular area. But don't rely on just this option. Ask agents directly. That's the best option that I suggest for you guys. Ask them, keep asking until you get one. Now, if you tried all the ways, and again, like I said, you did not get one, then that weekend that you could have been doing an open house, go out there and preview open houses. And if you're hesitant, to ask the agents when you're new, don't do it. Just go out and start to get to know the area that you would like to work in. or farm in. And that's what I have for you guys. Just be consistent, keep trying, and I'm sure I've said this before, but will repeat myself. Give you guys a year. Give yourself a year to do this. Focus just on open houses for an entire year, even if you want to do it just from now till the end of the year. But give yourself a good amount of runway. Focus on that one lead generation source. Be consistent. Don't beat yourself up if you don't get one. Try again the next week, and then try again the next week. Remember also, if you get one and that agent has the house listed, it's been on the market for a while, stick with that one. You don't have to do them, all over. Stick with that one open house and just ask that agent, hey, do you mind if I host it again next week? Do you mind if I host it again the week after until, we get a buyer for you? It's a win-win, remember, for both. Also, don't forget the disclaimer that if you guys don't, make sure that you check with your local board that you're allowed to host other agents' listings open. And that's what I have for you guys. So have a fabulous week. Book those open houses and come back with an open mind.
For those of you who want to take this work deeper and master the art of hosting open houses in order to attract buyers and sellers, then you're going to want to join me inside Open House Mastery. This is a self-paced online course with a live component that will take you through every step you need, from finding open houses to host, to what to say when visitors come in, to converting leads to clients. Together, we're going to get clear on how to confidently land clients, not just leads. On top of all that, when you join Open House Mastery, you get access to my bonus follow-up system, plus my fun buyer manifesting exercise, where I teach you how to coach your buyer clients on manifesting their dream home. Also, you get to join my student-only community, where you get coaching from me once a month, where we master the non-salesy script together. So if you're ready to build a strong foundation in your real estate career and make more money this year, then join Open House Mastery. Link is in the show notes, but get in quick. You won't want to miss this month's live coaching. See you there.